Okay, I will start. Notice is hereby given that a meeting of the Sandy Oak Park Advisory Committee will be held on Tuesday, September 7th, 2021 at 6:35 PM at Sandy Oak City Hall located at 22870 Priest Road, Sandy Oaks, Texas 78112 by telephonic video conferencing, which will be live streamed and accessible to all public as provided below for the purpose of considering the following agenda items. All agenda items are subject to action. The public may participate in person or by telephonic video conferencing by using the link. And I won't go through the link. It's available on the agenda, which is published, I think, on the website. And the meeting ID also published, or by dialing in and following the phone numbers that are published. When requested, enter the meeting ID. I'll give it ID 677793635. Agenda item number 1, I'll call the meeting to order and I'll get a quorum call. Ann Garza.
Here.
Charles Fillinger.
Here.
Mayor Ball.
Here.
Rue Carvajal.
Here.
Raylyn McDonald.
Here.
Gloria Sarmiento is not here, and Megan Cordova is not here, and Tom Rapino is here. So I think we have a quorum. Would you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, gosh. Okay, citizens to be heard. Agenda item 3. I did not see anyone, or have I heard anyone that had anything to share from the citizens to be heard. So I'll move on to agenda item 4, discussing possible action on the status of acquiring the Frisbee golf system for use in the park. I talked to Gloria this morning. She was contacting the city clerk and to make sure that it got ordered. I had talked to them earlier last week and they said they weren't sure what to order. So I got a hold of Gloria because she had the data that needed to be given to Charlotte. And so Gloria said she gave that to Charlotte so that it could be ordered. So I don't know whether it was ordered today or not. But I'll check tomorrow. Are there any questions or discussion on that?
No.
We're kind of getting behind on that. We approved that 2 or 3 meetings ago. Okay, I'll move on to agenda item 5. Discuss and possible action on setting a date to complete work on the benches behind the backstop of the baseball infield and resume work on the butterfly garden. Mayor Ball, myself, and Alderman Fillinger. I know we started on these things, and we sort of slowed down because of the summer heat, but it's hopefully it's going to cool off. I know that the first 100-day
Yesterday.
was yesterday, and I think the hottest day ever that they had on record. was September the 11th or 12th or 13th, way back in the early 2000s, I think it was, or late 1990s. I don't remember when, but I mean, do we want to wait till it starts getting down into the high 80s or low 90s, or do we want to set a date now? And
January 15th.
Actually, it's in the low to mid 70s early in the morning now.
Yeah.
That's
it
what I was
is,
gonna
yeah,
say,
it
but
is. I
in the
noticed that
morning.
it's cooler in the morning. You can
Mhm.
feel the difference when you
Yeah.
come out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
About
but-
11 o'clock, it starts getting to be.
Yeah.
The bench, we need to figure a couple days on, because we don't have to, but my preference would be we paint the boards
First.
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 Mhm.
Uh,
What was that, Charles? I didn't hear that.
Okay, my preference would be we paint the boards
For the bench.
for the bench.
Okay, yes.
And set a separate date to actually do the install. And I have a council meeting this week, and I'm trying to arrange my exit interview from my job. I haven't worked there since March of 2020, but I still have to do an exit interview. I asked them, do they pay me? So I'm pretty well wide open. You know, 9, 10 o'clock any morning, I can drive there, set up sawhorses, and we can go to painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, is the paint accessible down there? Is it in the big box or is it in the?
Where the heck did we, I think it's in that room
Isn't it in that middle?
The middle
Between
room
the
in the
two
between the
restaurant?
bathrooms.
Okay. Who holds those keys?
I have,
Gloria has them.
Gloria has a key and I have a keys. I think I have a key for that.
And
I'm
if
not
you
sure.
need To get in the Connex box, keys are here. In the key box.
Oh, we need a key?
Well, so you just have to come up here and.
Okay.
And get say, hey, I need the key for that, and they'll sign it out to you, and you'll be good to go.
Okay, well, then we could meet up at 9:15 one morning.
Mhm.
Y'all tell me when.
There's also 2 benches in the butterfly garden that need paint because there's new boards on there that haven't had any
Oh, really?
Okay.
painted on. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
2 more benches, and then there's 1 picnic table, I believe. Isn't there?
I think so.
Between that front one and then before you get to the dumpster.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Do you know, do we have all of the supplies, brushes, rollers?
Rollers and brushes, I'm not sure on. I'll have to check and see what we have, because I know we used a bunch doing the inside of the community center.
Oh,
So what I would recommend is that we do one email, just a listing of the things that we need. And I can send that to Priscilla to give her a task order to do. If we know, so we need brushes.
should we check first or?
Well, she'll know,
Okay,
and if not, she'll know she needs to get.
Okay.
So brushes, 6 sounds good to me. Rollers, we probably have, and I'll do M frames. I have no idea what we've got. Containers.
I always show up with a brush and roller because.
Yeah, I'm marking it down to 5. And then the pans, you know, to,
I know we had a few of those around.
and then,
Is the paint in 5-gallon buckets?
Mhm.
do we have paint or do we need paint?
There was quite a bit of paint left from,
Different colors? We don't
Mhm.
really care what color.
we got the Pepto Bismol, we got the turquoise, and I think there's something else there, but I can't remember.
I think we should do the baseball bench, like each board. Rainbow it.
What else did we have? there? We had a
Our municipal
purple,
pride.
green,
Exactly.
But from the inside. right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's
It's the same
exterior as
colors
well.
from the outside.
There's some of that
And
out
that
there.
dark too, isn't there?
Mhm.
The, well, you said that Pepto-Bismol and then
Okay,
that
I'll
other
send her a
salmon.
message. And, I'm telling her we need brushes, rollers and frames, disposable pans, and asking her what paint is on hand. We need, anybody have an estimate of how much we're gonna, a gallon, 2 gallons total? I mean, I don't know the benches you're talking about over at the Butterfly Garden,
Yeah, probably wouldn't take that much,
just
really.
1 gallon?
Because I know when we started the first one with the turquoisey color, we had the 5-gallon bucket and we hardly used any of it.
Okay,
Those benches, how those boards are, what, I forget how long.
I think there's, I want to say 6 foot.
Yeah, the one
They
at the
were
baseball
longer.
field is 16 feet.
16 feet, that's what I thought. And that's, how many boards are 6 on each bench?
6,
So that's,
but
thir-
3 on the back and 3 on the.
no, this
Yeah.
calculator won't do it.
well, you
Yeah.
can take, if you turn it on the side, you get a, do you know that? If you open your regular calculator on your phone?
Yeah.
and you turn it on its side, you get a,
yeah,
little
it's a bigger,
fancy schmancy
wider
ones.
thing.
Well,
I don't know
let
how to use it.
Let me,
So it's 6
let me do
times,
this old school, okay?
Let's go get it, tissue. I don't know what it is. Oh, right here. What
7,
it is about this word.
how many boards were on there? 6?
yeah,
On
Yeah.
per bench?
5.5 inch
Yeah,
plus
there's
1.5
6 per bench.
inch. It's 7 inches, so 14 inches.
How many is in the butterfly?
Right.
garden? Just one that hadn't been painted. 2 that haven't been painted. And then the one with the-
Yeah.
15 square
So
feet.
there's
each,
3 benches.
so
and
it's,
There's one by the bench by the basketball court. Hadn't been painted yet either.
We should be able to paint about 5 16-foot long fences up with a gallon of paint. So
Okay, we just need 1 gallon.
if we have, yeah,
Okay.
bench by the basketball court.
And if we got a little here and a little there, we can paint a little here.
No, I think we ought to get 2 gallons because there'd be several beautiful painting.
well, that's true. And, you know, my first step in painting is put my hands in all the way as far to the end of the
If you
bucket.
don't walk
Let
out
them
wearing it, you did
dry,
not do
get
it
a
right.
second coat, let it dry, and then I'm ready to paint.
Okay, I'll send Priscilla an email with what we need, and she'll make sure that we have what we need, but we need to pick a date.
I say let's not start any more garden work till the end of September, because it's,
Yeah, it's too hot.
it's just too damn hot.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So, do we want to do it on a weekend? Because that probably, some people will have less conflicting stuff.
Do it during the week, I can't help. Unless I quit my job.
Well, I usually have some conflicting things during the week. That's why I'm shooting for a weekend, so. Does the 18th on a Saturday sound good for
No,
everybody?
we have the.
That's the
Saturday
market.
yard
Saturday
sale.
is market, or
How
yard
about-
sale.
How about the 25th? Or the 11th? Well, the 11th is this weekend, right?
Well, remember, we're gonna have National Night Out on the 5th of October.
Is that gonna be at the park?
Right now, I do not have a definitive plan. I do know where we want to have it, which would be the fire department.
Oh.
We're shooting for that.
Yeah, that's gonna be neck and neck.
It is. But it might be cleaned up enough that we can still do it there.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Maybe the 25th would be the first. Either the 25th or we're gonna have to go into October. But who knows what this weather's gonna do.
Yeah,
Well, we have one more meeting before then, so we can
true.
get an idea.
Okay, so I'll just put,
To put what?
later, when it's cooler.
Okay, so we're not picking the date.
We'll
No,
decide next
Okay,
week.
all right, so,
Next meeting.
okay, next meeting, all right, so,
When is National Night Out? October the 5th?
It's the first Tuesday, it's the 5th, yeah.
okay. All right, so we'll move on unless there's some more discussion. All right, so I'll move to agenda item 6, and that was updates from the community center. Can you do that for Gloria, you two guys? Anything?
There's not a,
Well, we got the food going out every Friday.
yeah,
How's
Okay,
that working?
so far so good. Gloria and I are in charge.
Yeah,
now.
they're now employed by Be a Champion, her and Gloria.
Sweet. I got an email today from the marketing guy at Be a Champion. And he is wanting some information on doing some marketing for us.
Oh,
So what I'll do is I'll send the email to you two and Gloria. Y'all put together some ideas based, he's given some suggestions. Y'all, if it's something else that you want, let me know and we will get it off to him and they're paying for it.
That's cool.
that's awesome.
We're actually thinking about talking to them about moving our time a little bit to make it easier for
Little later.
people picking up kids and what have you. Because right now they're doing it 3:30 to 5:30, which
That's
is,
tough.
so,
what would you want?
Later.
I think the latest we can go with them is 7. Because they give us times, but we're talking to the one that's kind of in charge of our area and well, she wasn't around last week, which was our first time working. So we'll hopefully get a chance to talk to her this week and
What's
find out what we can do.
Would it be 3:30 to 7 or if they,
Probably more like 4 to 7
4 to 7?
or something like that.
Is that means tested or is it just anybody can come?
Any kid from
18.
18 and under.
18 and under?
Uh-huh.
Are they still bringing shelf-stable milk or they're needing refrigeration?
Right now, the last couple of times we've gotten all shelf stable. But
One
the
time we got
food
those.
has cold stuff in it as well as shelf. And when they bring it, they've got it in totes that have packs in it to help keep it cold.
Did they come get them today?
I haven't heard
Is that
anything.
what those big packs are in the back, those crates?
Uh-huh,
Okay.
that's what that would be. But yeah, so
So I understand that the Tuesday and Thursday night Alcoholics Anonymous have been placed on hold for now
yeah.
um,
How come?
because of the COVID, the spike in
Oh.
COVID. I will leave that up to CJ and I guess Catherine is maybe working for her. I don't know.
I don't know if Catherine ever
I don't know if she ever showed up. I think it was just CJ by
Oh,
herself.
okay. And
and
Megan and
Wayne.
Mike.
Unfortunately, I mean, it didn't seem to go over as like I was hoping.
Exactly.
Oh, it might perk up again, you know.
Hard to say.
And then are we doing any daytime? Well, I know the kids are all back in school.
Yeah. Right
Whether
now,
it be in school or at home or whatever they're doing.
right now, we haven't done too much because Gloria is still kind of dealing with her mom as
Oh,
well,
yeah.
so.
Any more requests for reservations?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
Well, probably COVID has something to do with that too.
exactly.
Well, the two that were wanting reservations were part of the first one.
Oh, yeah, that went over well.
Yeah,
I heard the numbers are going down again, so who knows?
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
But all it takes is one super spreader and it starts all over. again.
Well, it's gonna be with us from now on.
Yeah,
Get
probably.
used to getting shots. So is there any more? that you would like to share?
Not right at this moment. no.
Has there been any thought about, any reaching out to some seniors to see if they want to do some quilting or some?
I know we're
games?
wanting to get that going, but like I said, with Gloria's mom being in the hospital, kind of set things back, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she's getting better. She's home now.
Yeah,
According
she's
to-
home and
Yes.
she's
According to
improving,
Gloria,
but
she
Yes.
came home and there, she's doing okay, so.
Good.
What she told me this morning. Well, if there's nothing else, I'll move on to agenda item 7. Discuss and possible action on the commercial refrigerator. Now, I've had all kinds of feedback on this, whether we want to get rid of the one we got because it doesn't have shelves and we'd rather get a new one, rather get the one that we originally were looking at because
Well, the new one, we don't even know if that one works. Plus, it has no shelves. There's no warranty. Wouldn't a new one, it'll have a warranty. They will deliver, set it up.
no, and I'm not aware where we even got the,
That surplus.
so
Place,
Gloria
I
said she was going to get a hold of Priscilla and see if we could take that one back. And
Yeah. so
Well,
to-
we were told that Chris and Dalton went and got it.
Yeah.
But I don't
My
know.
challenge with that is, we presented a specific unit that the council approved. That's what I expected to have show up. I don't know why those two went off and did what they did, but that unit, have you had a chance to look at it yet?
When I looked at it, it was all strapped up on the trailer.
Yeah,
Right,
it still
right.
is. We
So from
haven't
what I
seen
understand,
inside.
It is smaller than what
Right.
we approved to buy.
Right.
It does not have shelving in it, and
Right.
Gloria's already gotten a quote on some shelving, and that's over $300. So now we're gonna exceed the cost. It probably does not have any kind of energy rating that we can live with. And who knows if it functions? I would, if they had told me that's what they were gonna do, I would have told them not to do it. I want it to go back, and I want us to buy the one that we approved.
Can they bring it back?
They can, and the problem is it's a diminishing return. So tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, we're not gonna get all our money back.
Well,
We get
that's,
some of it back.
Ooh, well, they better do it tomorrow.
It
It's
needs
still
to
on
be
the
done.
trailer. It's still strapped down.
It needs to go back. I was not happy about that at all. There was no discussion, no phone call, nothing.
Yeah, I'd rather authorize additional money than,
well, I think we'll still be under the, how much did they pay for it?
$750
$750? And then the one we could have gotten,
was $1,200,
yeah. And so,
and it's new,
yeah.
and it would have been delivered and set up
a lot bigger
That's a
too.
big thing.
Yeah.
And bigger
and bigger.
And we would have,
and new.
and so we'll still probably be under the 1,200 if they don't have a big hit on the return.
No, that's true
I
too.
mean, on the
we-
2,000, yeah.
we will get at least, I'm gonna guess 50% of our money back. We may get more than that.
Yeah.
It is a diminishing number. you know,
Well, it's
over
been
time.
Starting from
More
day
than-
one?
Yeah, from the day we picked it up.
Been sitting there, what, a week or two now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it hasn't been used, hasn't been taken off the trailer, so it'll
No,
probably
It'll be
be
easy enough
like
to
$100
take back.
So does that mean it's sitting out in the elements?
It's
It's
underneath
They don't
the-
know that, but but anyhow, we should try and see what we get and get the one that we want.
I agree. We should get what we wanted.
and if,
Mhm.
and if that trailer's out of the shed, that gives us a much nicer spot to paint.
Okay, let me follow up on that.
Okay,
And I won't be able to work with Chris. He's gonna be out on vacation. He's out all week. So he's not available for me to talk to, but I can get with Priscilla and Dalton and they can take care of it.
okay.
And since Dalton apparently was one of those that went,
You'll know where.
he should know, yeah.
Okay, if there's no further discussion on that one, we will get with agenda item number 8, discuss and possible action on addressing ongoing problems with park restrooms, and I'll turn that over to Ann since she's the one that wanted to discuss that.
I'd like to, last week, John Crickmer and I went out with the
I saw you.
I heard.
with the engineers inspecting roads, and we took a short break there and I went in the men's room and closed the door. It took them 20 minutes beating on that door to get it to open because those
You went in the
hoodlums,
wrong one.
they had jacked
Mhm.
Yeah,
the
guts are
locking
hanging out
mechanism
of
and
it
it
now.
wouldn't work.
That's whose footprint it is.
We were trying to figure out
Was it
who,
on the inside or the
the
outside?
outside,
I was inside.
yeah.
Oh, I thought
You were
they
locked
kicked it
in.
in. I thought they kicked it in to get you out.
They beat it with a chunk of pipe.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
a piece of pipe inside
That,
there.
that is what the problem, we need a new,
Yeah, it's gonna take a
Handle
whole new hand.
Mechanism,
Well, yeah, the
Yes.
bigger
Yes.
problem though, the bigger problem is how do we solve
them destroying
destroying
everything.
it? Yeah.
Well, we had been keeping it locked on Friday and Saturday unless there was something going on and we were down there. Because it seems to be the weekend that it gets hit.
Yeah.
But
but that
Mhm.
restroom on the
the far one,
left, if you're facing it, needs a whole new,
Mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, Priscilla mentioned that to me.
and it would probably be,
What's he laughing?
She was concerned and she said, we almost had to call the ambulance
But
to
it
get
was-
you out of there.
it wasn't
The
an
fire
ambulance, but
department.
I said, you know, if we can't do this, call the fire department.
Yeah.
They specialize in
In breaking-
opening doors.
they would need a
jaws
whole
of
new door
life.
now.
So, yeah, I'm kind of not feeling friendly towards our neighborhood vandals these days.
Exactly.
The
Oh.
other bathroom, they don't seem to bother that too much.
Which one was it that they
Some
broke the sink
execution
in?
is
One on the
murder.
left?
That's dangerous.
Everything
What if
seems
someone
to
were
happen to
sell
that
Yeah.
one.
And then the heat.
That's where they had the water running and locked the door.
It's
twice.
probably darker on that end at night.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
Well, we can fix that. I'd like to have, one thing I'd like to do in those bathrooms, I don't know, can we talk about that? Yeah, park restrooms, is the lights are on all the time.
Yeah,
What I'd like
Inside.
to do is replace those fluorescents, the fixture and everything with some kind of a motion sensor that comes on when you enter. And depending on how long you stay, you may have to wave your arms around. And then turns
You would have
out,
had to wait several times. Oh, wait, you were waiting.
No, usually they stay on while you're in there. I mean,
or maybe they have new ones where you can like set a, after 15 minutes, turn it off or something. But, I mean, the fluorescent, I don't know that it's
You can
bringing that
actually-
much energy.
The motion sensor, you can replace the wall switch with the motion sensor
Yeah.
switch.
Maybe that's an easier way to do it.
And
there is no switch in there though. I think it's. that
They're in the
room.
middle. They're in the middle
ah,
area between there.
okay, then we have to put a motion sensor in.
and you might as well
Uh,
replace it with LEDs rather than
Exactly.
fluorescent.
Much more, yeah.
Yeah, LED lighting has come down to where it's so close to everything else, it's ridiculous to do anything other than put
Right.
in LEDs.
Okay, another thing, we need some fluorescent light bulbs for inside.
Inside where? The bathrooms,
No,
the building?
Mhm.
yes, inside the community center.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah, we ought to replace it.
Well, that's gonna be
There's a
Yeah,
lot of them.
challenging because they're like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes,
it's not a challenge.
No, it's
You
easily
take
done.
you turn the electricity off, you take the ballast out,
Yeah.
hook everything up directly to 110, stick the LED lamps in.
Yeah,
Okay.
not that hard. We
So-
did it in the hospital in
would make it a
Floresville.
lot brighter.
Yeah, you could,
Saved us a fortune.
so when a light bulb goes out, take here, you would take 2 of those light bulbs out, convert it, put 3 LEDs in, and take 2 good bulbs, set them over here to replace the next one. And as time goes by, that everything will be LED.
LED.
They did that at the hotel, all of our fluorescent
Mhm.
resets lamps like this, and estimated that they were saving over $5,000 a month on.
Yeah,
on
it
the
saved
light
you a
bill.
bunch.
Wow.
Yeah,
We did that in our factories. It made a huge difference.
yeah, it,
I did it in my house.
it won't make that much difference in our application, but every penny counts. I
And
have,
the longevity of it.
and I have replaced all the lights in my house as they go out, put in an LED. And
They last longer and they're
They
If
last.
brighter.
anybody needs any CFLs, I have quite a few of them. As I've been replacing with LEDs, now I'm collecting all the CFLs.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
well, I'm cheap. It has to burn out before I replace it.
And
Okay,
then,
so I have door mechanism, motion sensors in the bathroom, LED lights at the community center.
mhm.
Okay,
And then the electrical, you need to get your picture.
Oh,
I sent it to her
It's not
thankfully
on-
since I don't have my phone.
it's not on the agenda, but
But it's part of the community center.
ongoing.
well, we're talking
problem.
about the park restrooms right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can put that on. I'll show her the picture later.
Okay,
Yeah, we can save it for another meeting.
but I thought it was everything. It's on, it's like, we can't talk about the, oh, okay.
It's just the
Never
restroom.
mind.
No, restrooms. Okay. Well,
Okay.
I think we've discussed the restrooms pretty thoroughly.
And then
All right, so if there's no more discussion, we'll move on to agenda item number 9, I believe. Yeah, and this is yours, Raylan. They didn't put your name on the bottom, but it is. Discuss and possible
Oh, the
action on
first-
The first aid
initiating
kit.
the purchase of a first aid kit for the community center.
Mhm.
So
We
we
don't-
need a first aid kit, is what you.
Yeah, it would come in handy, like the other day, Diego, I don't know what he did, but he cut his finger. We have no Band-Aids or anything like that
I
down
think
there.
That's cheap. I mean, you can
I
get.
mean, we don't need a
Well,
huge one. We just need a
We
small.
already contract with Centos for uniforms and the mats and all that stuff. I had told Priscilla to get one for here because we didn't have one here. Also fire extinguishers. They will also do the fire extinguishers, the inspections and testing and whatever they do with that. So I don't know, there is a fire extinguisher down there, I
There's
believe.
Two, I
I thought
believe.
there were 3.
Yeah.
I don't know
possibly
if
three,
they
yeah.
need to be refilled or something. didn't
Yeah,
you
They need to
say?
be
They
checked
have
every
to be
month. Yeah.
re-inspected or recertified.
They have to be inspected once a year and they have to be told to do a hydro test every 5 years.
So why don't I do this on that item? Let me have Priscilla take care of the fire extinguishers and the first aid kits for down there and up here as well. And,
Through Centos.
yeah, through Centos.
Okay, if I can go way out and make a recommendation, we should consider a 50-person first aid kit. Because
Party.
basically that's the rating of the building.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And I don't know if we're required under OSHA to have them, but it'd be a really nice idea. So,
Okay. And that's at the community center.
Yep.
Okay,
And Centos does come through once a month and
make sure all the
and
supplies are.
inventory it. And if you're low on this, they'll go ahead and give you another box. Well, not give you, but they'll go ahead and service
Nothing's
you with
free.
another box. But we had them at the hotel and they did a jam up job.
Yeah. And we used, at our job, we used Lone Star First Aid
Mhm.
as well. What's the green uniform? UniFirst, they do it. All those companies do that kind of stuff, so. I'll give that to Priscilla. I'll send her an email on that this evening now.
And then just go ahead and buy a great big old box of Band-Aids. 'Cause
Yeah, we don't need a big expensive.
Well, you're
Ma'am.
gonna
Never
need
know.
peroxide and
You never know
alcohol.
when you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Somebody
But
cut
golf
themselves, pour some
pads.
alcohol on there.
But they're,
They won't come,
No alcohol in the park.
Bingo.
they won't come back.
you know, the first aid is all about stopping the bleeding and keeping them breathing
Yeah, you
till,
need a,
till the pros show
probably
up.
need a tourniquet.
Super glue,
Yeah,
like super glue for everything.
Super glue, absolutely.
uh, When I was working at the hotel, I carried a little fob hanging off my belt that opened up to a CPR mask. Because I'm not going directly in, 'cause I don't know where you've been.
You know, we
But-
might even need an AED here in the,
You know, I think you may be right for at least this building.
yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Alright, let me put that on there.
I'm not sure about the requirements for.
I'm not
AED yet.
sure either. I don't
I
know
don't
that
know
there
if we're-
are requirements.
if there's
but I
a
think there are
requirement, but it's just-
recommendations.
Good
Well,
sense.
It
Now-
is.
Now, here's what I'm gonna tell you. Okay, if you get the AED, and I'm not against it, but you gotta
Need
get
training.
people certified
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
on the
Actually-
AED.
Gloria's brother does CPR training, and I don't know what other kind of training he does.
Well,
Well, and we could,
Well,
fire
and
department gets out here,
Oh,
they're all
yeah, that's
EMTs.
true.
And
Yeah.
so my
Yeah.
thought is maybe they could do some training
Yep.
classes.
Well,
Keep those people
and-
busy.
that's kind of my consideration, because CPR will last until they get here,
Right.
even now, like, you know. But
yeah, CPR, but if you have it, I don't know, I'm getting one for my house.
Are you?
Hell, yes.
I've always told people, I don't, you know, don't fall out on me, because I don't do CPR, I do PKR,
Which is,
place check resuscitation. Get up, get up.
No, those things work. I've seen them in action. Actually, I've
What,
actually put the paddles to people. When I worked night shift and they didn't have anybody else, they called me to the ER because and a person had actually shot himself in the face. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. The ER doctor said, put the paddles on the guy.
You do like this, and then you say,
I heard
clear.
that on TV.
And I put him there, and what I did, and the poor guy died, but he was gonna die anyhow, I didn't have a face. And I actually touched the paddles together, and a big blue flash went up in
Oh,
the
yeah.
air.
You could
The,
have
I have a
electrocuted yourself.
guarantee you don't get called back.
the AED.
And they never called me back.
The AEDs actually, when you initiate it,
Yeah, they put them on.
it walks you through.
It does, it tells
You
you
know,
what to do.
It
Yeah.
tells you step by step
And
what
it
you're
won't
gonna
go
do.
off until,
Yeah,
if it's
But-
unsafe, it won't go off.
But if you know, if you're gonna have one, I would strongly recommend get everybody around certified on it.
Yeah.
yeah, it
Just-
actually, if you have it in a place like this, you're required to have training.
Yeah.
At least somebody's required to have
Okay.
training. But it's not a bad
I would
idea.
think that possibly our police department,
Should be certified. I agree.
they may already be.
But even if
From-
nobody is certified, like Charles says, it walks you right through it. And you actually have a screen and it won't fire unless there's a deadly arrhythmia going on.
Do our police vehicles have first aid kits? I know it's not on the
I
park.
I think they do.
Okay,
I don't know, but that's a good question. I'm gonna ask that question too.
It's almost like having a
Well-
defibrillator.
Oh, yeah.
well, if we're done with this, let's go ahead and adjourn.
If there's no more, I will adjourn at 7:13.
Just one moment.